Hello, it's Jay here again and welcome to another tutorial. So in this lesson we're continuing on with the options menu and we're going to pick up right where we left off in the last video in the late update. So at the bottom of the function, and just a word of note, this function is very important that you put things in the same order as I have, otherwise it will not work correctly. But I've just copied one of the if statements and I'll change this to main menu. So, actually, just let me come up. We need to open and close brackets. So, if we're in the main menu, we only want to open the options menu if the options button is pressed. And there's a number of different ways we could do this. So I'm going to do it this way by finding the camera game object. Of course, we could use a public static variable for the selected button in the script for the main menu. But we've done that before just recently, so I think we'll do this a different way. So we'll do it by saying game object with capital G. We'll give that a naming convention of _GO for game object. And we want game object dot, and we want to find game object with tag. Let's open and close brackets. Inside the brackets we'll put the little quote marks, remembering of course to also close the line off. Inside the quote marks we're going to put main camera, and I'm just going to break up this line for commenting. So we'll refer to this as temp game object _GO equals find the game object with the tag of main camera. Actually, I'll put that in quote marks in the comments also. So we're finding the main camera and assigning it to this naming convention. We're going to reference main menu, so I'm actually going to come to the main menu script. So this is the variable we need to actually access. So I'm going to change it from private to public. Again, we can make this a public static and reference it directly, but it's really not needed. So now we can actually reference that because it's now public. We can carry on. So main menu _CS for the script _GO dot get component in brackets main menu, that's script we want, come to the end, open and close brackets again, close that line off. So we'll put main menu underscore CS I'll put temp variable underscore CS equals, and we're going to say the main menu script attached to the geo game object. We'll define of type int and we'll use underscore temp button equals underscore CS dot underscore, and we want the selected button variable. So let's get this into the comments. Set temp int temp button to equal the underscore selected button on the, and I'm going to put underscore CS script. So if you remember, and if you are struggling to remember, maybe it's a good idea to go back and watch the main menu videos, but basically we use this variable selected button for whichever option we're highlighting, whether 1, 2, player, options, or the quit button. Now options is button 2. Remember, we start at 0, 1 player, 2 players, 1. Options is button 2. So we're going to say if open and close brackets underscore temp button does not equal 2, so the little exclamation mark followed by the equals. So let's put that into the comments. If underscore temp button does not equal 2, and the usual line of return. So basically that's just telling the script if the selected button isn't the options button, then we're unable to open the options menu. But of course, if we are highlighting the options button, then we want to access it. So let's use the if open and close brackets option active double equals false double and we'll use the input get button down and open and close brackets, inside the brackets quote marks. We're going to use the fire 1 button, come to the end of the line, and we'll open and close brackets again. We'll break that first line up for commenting. So if options active is equal to false and input equals the fire 1 button, then we can do something else, and in this case we want to set the options active to equal true. We'll put then set underscore options active to true. And we're just going to leave it like that. I know we've got the brackets here for now, but we're just going to leave it with that one line just for the time being. So now we'll copy that, we'll paste that in below. So if options active equals true this time, and input equals, we're going to use the fire to button this time. So on the Xbox pad, that is the B button, obviously the normal one for going back. So that's what we'll use. I'm just going to tidy this up a bit. I will need to test that out on a PS4 controller, which I now have, so I shall do that and make any updates if necessary. So obviously I'll do an update video and we'll change that if Fire 2 doesn't match up correctly, but I'm working off an Xbox 360 controller for now. Obviously the game does recognise a PS4 controller, and it should work fine as it is on that, but I'll do some further testing and just make sure that everything's working correctly, and I'll fix any problems. If you have any problems with any other type of controllers, just leave a comment below and I'll be happy to obviously do any updates and help you out any way you need. So we'll come back to the script now, and if options active equals true, we want to go back. We'll set this to false, and we're going to refresh the scene. So underscore scene. So refresh just means we're going to reload it. We're going to say equals, and we want scene manager. So obviously it's going to work the same to begin with as this line, so it shouldn't really be necessary to do this game, but we are going to do just to make sure there are no bugs and glitches. So scene manager dot, and we want get active scene. And we'll open and close brackets there. We'll close the line off. And we'll say yeah, I'll bring that up for commenting actually. Set underscore scene to equal the current active scene, and I'm going to put which should be the main menu. And now we're going to use scene manager again, and we're going to put load scene. We'll open and close brackets, close the line off. Inside those brackets we're going to use underscore scene dot name, and and we'll put this into the comments and then reload the current scene. And we're just going to save that off there because I think we're going to leave it there for this lesson. I'm going to open the console and I'm just checking for red errors. I've missed an A in scene manager there, so I'll just alter that, save that off. Yeah, I'll have to experiment more as to why the IntelliSense isn't working. I was testing out some new ideas earlier. The IntelliSense worked fine then, so it's just a shame it's decided not to work while I'm recording, but we'll obviously deal with that. I'll just allow it to reload. There's our red errors gone, and as I said, we'll leave it there for this lesson. We'll pick it up in the very next video. So, as always, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I hope to see you next time. And until then, as always, bye for now.